I thank the honourable member. I call the honourable member for Goldstein.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And I want to continue this motion on the Bourke Street tragedy, and particularly a statement on indulgence regarding the tragedy that did occur. Caitlin Offer from the Australian Associated Press recently wrote and started an article by saying that it was, quote, 6 minutes of mayhem, a rampage that has cast a giant, lingering shadow over Melbourne. And she's correct. This time, this tragic event has rightly focused Victorians' minds on the importance and the primacy of safety wherever you are in Melbourne, and a concern about their ongoing life and making sure that they live a life free from crime. This tragic event has particularly hit our Goldstein community hard and in a deeply personal way for one family. I recently spoke in a 90-second statement about Talia Haitkin. Our community is grieving for the tragic loss of her life, all too young, as a victim of the Bourke Street carnage that shocked Melbourne on the 21st of January. She was only 10 years old. We continue to stand with the Haitkin family and give our heartfelt best wishes to Talia's mother, Natalie, and her sister Maggie, who remain critically injured from the event. As I've previously said in this place, it's been deeply moving to see the Bentley community and the Goldstein community generally stand shoulder to shoulder with Talia's father, Tony, and particularly the support that Tony and the family have enjoyed from Melbourne's Jewish community within the Goldstein community, and also the neighbouring electorate of Melbourne Ports, who have come together in moments of remembrance and service, as well as at Talia's funeral, to share the loss together and to help support each other in an incredibly difficult and heartbreaking time. But the strengths of our community bonds and efforts to rally and support this family reflect the absolute best of the Australian spirit, particularly in difficult times. However, this lingering shadow has showed cracks in, of course, the Victorian people after such horrific tragedy, as people are rightly coming together, trying to understand these events, the causes of them, and then how they should properly respond. And quite rightly, many people are mourning, and that mourning has progressively turned to anger. And the question that is being asked is, how does something like this occur? The hindsight gives Victorian answers. The accused driver, Dimitros, I won't mention their name because I don't believe in any way acknowledging horrific crimes and giving them any sort of platitude, has been charged with 5 counts of murder, the individual alleged, and is expected to be charged with a 6th. And he was out on bail. And the anger in the community over the past 2 years is progressively shift to a concern about whether there is enough focus on making sure those people who have committed crimes remain incarcerated in a way where they cannot cannot commit these sorts of ugly crimes into the future. Because the heart of this event, Deputy Speaker, comes down to the fact that innocent people were mowed down in a street like any other in Melbourne. And I think for a lot of us, these tragic events draw a very terrible parallel to our own lives, because it is one of those genuine occasions where, but for the grace of God, go I. And that is why it has hit the Victorian community so strongly, and why the Victorian community has also taken the opportunity to come together, to band together, and to share the pain and the experience, and to try and improve the sense of community that we all share in difficult times. So it's in these times that it's important to acknowledge the commitment of everybody who has come together and supported the Haitkin family who have lived in Goldstein and continue to live in Goldstein, but also the strength and the enduring strength of the Victorian community, so that we can all move forward together.
I thank the honourable